Mr. Freeman, if you come down, please.
The next contestants.
Yeah, I never thought I would. There are certain things from law school that you never think you're going to use. I remember one time I had to use curtilage and I was like, yes. And then this time I was like, what is it called? Oh, yeah. I was glad you guys remember. Attractive nuisance.
I've had a few of those at my house. I've had a
And people don't realize. And I remember with my nieces and nephews, it's like we got down on the ground to let's see what they see so we can make sure we have everything secured. When they start walking, it's a great thing, but
yeah.
they get into everything and everything. They want to put everything in their mouth.
Got to cover up our outlets over Easter holiday because the little nephews were crawling around.
Yes.
We haven't had toddlers in a long time.
All right. Court is going to call 2025 CR 006852 State versus Marcus Anthony Freeman. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Orlando Castañon for defense.
And are you Mr. Freeman?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You entered a plea of guilty on March 10th. According to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 8 years in the prison. There's a $1,200 fine. State is opposed to your application. They're taking in consideration 2025 CC 14050 and 2025 CC 005777. There's to be restitution of $719.74 to First Class Motors under 2025 CC 014050. Could I have parties announced?
Lauren Espinoza for the state.
Oh, I'm sorry, you already did announce. I'm so sorry. All right, have both parties had a chance to review the PSI and TAP evaluation?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Judge.
Any objections from either party?
I have no objection, just
The state, Your Honor.
modification and some language.
Yes, with your modification.
Well, so it said that I think his motivation was moderate. I believe he's highly motivated for treatment. I can't recall where I saw that, but it seemed to make his motivation appear to be lesser than I think it is.
Okay. Any witnesses from either side?
No, Judge.
None from the state, Your Honor.
All right. So this, I will hear argument for both parties. Of course, I'm going to keep an open mind. But in reviewing the TAP evaluation and from seeing Mr. Freeman before me, they are requesting dual diagnosis. There appears to be some mental health issues and maybe some capacity issues. Am I correct?
Yes, Judge, and that was one of the things I wanted to ask the court because on the PSI, it does list the prosecutor as Bianca Herrera, and I know she is associated with mental health court, so I wasn't sure if
We did at one point have a competency evaluation done. He was found to be competent. And so, you know, when I had requested that, it was sometime, I believe, around November or so. I believe there had been possibly some issues. I know there had been some, I think, previous findings possibly of
They just diagnosed me with high blood pressure and they gave me more of my mental health needs.
so he's been on mental, I think, had some mental health issues before. He may have had a competency evaluation previously. I wasn't, he had stated that he believed that to be the case.
All right, so this is what I'm going to give you all choices and you can sit back and discuss it with your client. The first choice is I will deny the motion, sentence him to 3 years in the prison, or I will grant his application for community supervision. I'm not going to grant an application for deferred adjudication because of his history. I would find him guilty, sentence him to 6 years, suspended and probated for 6 years, do a referral to felony drug court, because felony drug court will be able to address mental health issues. They will be able to address any type of drug issues. Those are the choices.
Okay, let me take a moment to speak with them.
Sure. As you can see, In this case, there are major mental health issues, and then you have this. It's a lot going on. But whenever you review these, pay attention to,
Yeah, it's okay, Judge.
yes,
So my client, after discussing with, and we discussed earlier that he was not opposed to even waiting for a bed for DDRF if that was the case, but he is wanting to be granted community supervision. He said he's 48 years old and he is done with, and he said he wants help and treatment. So I believe that's what he would like to do. So if the court so chooses to put him in drug court, then I believe, and I explained to him that, the underlying sentence would be 6 years. So if he violated the terms, that he would then be sentenced.
all right, the court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 6 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be a referral. Okay, this probation, this is take place in custody. There's to be a referral to felony drug court. If not accepted, then he's to remain in custody for evaluation for DDRF. And if not accepted there, then it's going to be safety. Take in consideration 2025 CC 14050 and 2025 CC 005777. There's to be restitution of $719. I'm sorry, just one moment. All right, we are back on the record. So there's to be restitution of $719.74 to First Class Motors and 2025 CC 014050. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. There's a $1,200 fine that will be probated. Probation for this one, I'm not going to order the community service hours because there's not going to be a place for him to complete that. But I will do a proof of employment or SSI within 60 days of release. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. No residing in households with minors. And no unsupervised contact with minors. Probation, is there anything else?
You did say, regular UA, right?
No, regular random UAs.
Okay, good. There's nothing else.
And state, is there anything you would request as conditions?
No, Judge, I think that's fine. I don't anticipate any contact with the TIC case complainant. I think that's sufficient.
All right, is there anything else you need?
No.
Defense, is there anything else you think your client would need to be successful?
I don't believe so, Judge.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, yes. You review this and sign it.
My son, yeah.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Listen.
All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
And briefly, if I could, on the appointment,
Yes.
I've spoken with the state, I conferred with my client,
Mhm.
discussed that I do need to review his discovery. And I'd be asking for a new portrait on that.
Okay. Mr. Eugene, if you come forward, please.